What's in the bag? What's in the bag? For those of you, if you can't see this, if you're listening to our podcast, I'm holding a paper bag right now. We're going to see in the moment what's in the bag, and it has to do with today's topic, and that is how to be found and remembered. I'll tell you why, because I'm going to talk about two people that found me and got me to remember them, and I think I will for quite a while. I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to the Orange Office. And I'm with BrianJPombo.com. And today we're going to be talking about how to be found and remembered. And this all ties back into my other podcast. So this is one podcast, whether you're viewing it or listening to it. This is Brian J. Pombo Live. I also have another podcast called Off the Grid Biz Podcast. And you can find that at offthegridbiz.com. We've got some new episodes coming out all week. Every day we're pounding out 2 episodes. Going to have 2 episodes going out tonight. Really great episodes. Tonight we've got Andrew Perkins and Deborah Neiman. You're going to want to listen to those, both of those episodes. They're really hot. I'll be talking about those later. But you're also going to want to realize how you can use podcasts. Even if you don't have a podcast, I recommend you find podcasts that your customers are listening to. Find ones that your customer base or your potential customer base is already listening to and find a way to get on there. All you got to do is offer it. Get a hold of the person that puts on the podcast, get a hold of the host, get a hold of the producers, and just offer your services to be on their podcast. Most of the time, they're looking for people to be on their podcasts. They're looking for conversations to have. I would love to have more conversations. I got to have a conversation with somebody this morning, and she's one of the people I'm going to be talking about. I got to talk, I believe it was last week, with another gentleman. He's someone I'm going to be talking about because not only should you be getting onto podcasts, that's how to be found. Get yourself out there and take advantage of free media that's already available to you. Okay, just get out there and do it. You don't have to be fancy. Everyone's got a way of doing it. Some people have a really fancy email that they send out, or a LinkedIn message, or a Facebook message. Find a way to get a hold of these people. I don't care if you call them. Find a way. You don't have to be fancy about it. Just be direct and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I've got this book. I've got this business. I've got this product. Love to be able to talk about it. I think that your audience would find it interesting. That's all you got to do. Just give them a reason why and give them a way to get back in touch with you. It doesn't hurt to try. Get out there and get seen, get heard on podcasts. It'd be helpful. Now, I'm going to give you an extra ninja tip. And this is only for people that are really paying attention, people that really are thinking about this beyond the next step. Because I've got guests on my show all the time. Off the Grid Biz is a podcast that is mostly interviews. At this time, we don't have a single episode that isn't an interview, isn't some form of conversation. So it just goes without saying that most of the people that are on there, we have an interview, we have a great time, and that's it. We both walk our separate, we go back our separate ways and continue on with our lives. I've had 2 people the entire time do something a little bit extra, and this isn't to put down anybody else. It's definitely not something I'm asking for extra from, but I'll tell you what, I pay attention to people who do something a little bit extra because it tells me that they do it with other people, and that's going to get them a little extra attention whether they want to or not. First person I'm going to talk about is a gentleman named Frank Hyman. What was that? Frank Hyman. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Frank Hyman. I've got his name down in the description. Go and check that out. You can also check out his website, hentopiacoops.com. He came out with a book called Hentopia. And wouldn't you know it, I wanted to talk about it here tonight. I wanted to show you my copy. He had his publisher send me a copy of his book. And it's not a small book. It's a big book. It's a big, fancy book. And I'm going to show it to you at another time because I don't have it with me. The name of that publisher is Storey Publishing. They've got some amazing, they also sent me a catalog. They've got some amazing books out there. So go and check out Storey Publishing. You can find them online. at storey.com. So it's store, like STOREY, storey.com. And that's Storey Publishing. They've got some great stuff out there. A lot of good people publish books with them. Frank is one of them. Frank came out with this book called Hentopia. Hen like a chicken hen. Hentopia. It's all about how to build houses from scratch for your hens. Okay, how to build coops, how to build any form of habitat for your chickens and everything that goes along with it. So how to feed them, how to water them, and how to make these things last so that you're not completely a slave to your chickens. If you're interested in getting chickens or what have you, go and check this out. It's a great book. Frank sent me a copy of it. They sent me a catalog along with it, like I mentioned. That's cool. That really blew me away because I hadn't had a copy of a book sent to me. I mean, I've only been doing this podcast since April. Okay, we haven't had a huge amount of authors on to begin with, but he was the first author that actually sent me a forwarded copy of his book for this dinky little podcast, offthegridbiz.com. So here's the second one. Today, I met Janice Cox. You can find her at janicecox.com. We've got her website is in the description too. And she came to meet me. We actually met in my office here in the Orange office, one of the few people that have come to the Orange office. And she brought me this giant bag. It says, "You are beautiful." It says, "Natural beauty from the garden," janicecox.com. Janice brought all this stuff. The one thing that isn't in here was a little bag of cookies that she had made, lavender cookies. Those got taken home and nearly fully consumed by my family already. They were really good. She brought me a whole bunch of stuff because we're going to the Mother Earth News Fair like I talked about before. We're going this coming up weekend, so by this time next week we're going to be there. I'll be broadcasting from there. I'll get to show you some of that stuff. She's got some Epsom salt here. She's into real natural beauty and skincare and how to do things for yourself, real simple things. And she's got these great little recipe cards. There's a loofah soap bar with the little recipe on one end. Here's one: summer roll-on perfume, rosemary mint hairspray. Like I said, you can find out more about Janice at her website, janicecox.com. There's a lavender thyme foot soak, the little recipe on there. And she went and printed out the program for the Mother Earth News Fair because she knows that this is my first time going. So she printed out the entire program so that I can plan my trip before I get there. And then on top of everything else, so they got those cookies, right? And then here's her business card, which is really fancy. Nice little business card there. And she gave me 2 of her books. Look at the size of these things. These are 2 books. They're both published by Ogden Publications, who are the same folks that publish the Mother Earth News, who are the ones that are putting on the Mother Earth News Fair. And these are great books because they've got, let's see if you can see it here, they've got basically all her little recipes. They're like cookbooks, and they're not just stuff that you eat. It's cookbooks for everything you could possibly think of. This is Natural Beauty for all seasons. This is brand new. This is the 2nd edition. This is coming out. I'm not sure if this is out yet, but this is coming out real soon, she said. It's 250 simple recipes and gift-giving ideas for year-round beauty. Really fancy book. I love the drawings in here. The illustrator is, let me see, what's her name? I had it here. It's Dorothy Reinhardt is the illustrator. I'm going to track down Dorothy because she just has these awesome little drawings in here. I'd like her to do a project for me. And also this one, Natural Beauty from the Garden. This is more than 200 do-it-yourself and beauty recipes and garden ideas from Janice Cox. Very similar layout in this one. Great books. Can't wait to dig into those. That's how you make an impact. Okay, you don't need to have a book. You don't need to have anything special. Just if you've got products, give a sample if you can. If you have a business card, if you have any type of business materials, send it to the person that's doing the podcast. If you can afford it, if you can work that into your budget, it's worth it because it lets you stand out a little bit further. You're already taking advantage of this great free media and podcasting and the ability for it to spread out far and wide. This is the new television. This is the new radio. This is how people are communicating now. Take advantage of it while it's all still relatively inexpensive add a little bit extra, you're not only going to be found, you're going to be remembered. Don't forget, speaking of remembering, I got to remember my sponsor for these is dreambizchat.com. If you are a business owner or an executive of a company that helps people to become more self-reliant, like Janice, like Frank Hyman, then you're the type of person I'd like to find out more about. I'd like to have a little talk with you over at dreambizchat.com. What are we going to talk about? Talk about taking your business from where it's at to being the absolute dream business. What are the things that would make it absolutely perfect? Go to dreambizchat.com, watch that video. In the meantime, when we get back tomorrow, we're going to talk more about podcasting in general, but specifically, we're going to be talking about media diversity. How diverse is your current media? How many places are you meeting up with people, with your customer base, with your potential customer base, with your current customer base, and with your past customer base? How many places are you touching them, both through free media, through your paid advertising? How many different places are you reaching them? I'm going to give you an example of someone that's doing an amazing job and being able to survive in what many would call a dying industry. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. You have a great night.